Rocco, tough way to lose a ball game when things kind of seem to get away all in one inning like that to start. Were you given, or what explanation were you given?
Well, I mean, Dan gave me a pretty straightforward explanation on the field. He just said he just didn't have him going out of the baseline. I mean, there's not much else to it, and I guess if that's his opinion, that's really all he has to say in that instance. And there's not a lot more to talk about. And I've been able to look at it. I just knew it was a big moment in the game more than anything else. And both teams are, we didn't have the smoothest of innings going. But it's a tight ball game, and we've played, already a tight ball game against these guys, and I felt like that was going to be a pretty meaningful play in the game. And probably not a play I'm going to get overturned, and I don't know if it's worth getting thrown out of the game on that if I know there's not much that I can affect or anything along those lines. I've looked at it again. Honestly, it's a judgment call by the umpire, and I think I've seen that play get called maybe both ways in my life, and I wanted it to go one way for our team today, and we didn't get that call.
Bit of an uncharacteristic inning from Sonny. What were you seeing from him as things were progressing?
Well, I just saw the the comfortability in the strike zone just kind of evaded him that inning, and he just didn't feel right, I'm guessing, and lost a little feel for the strike throwing, and and then we got to find a way to make some plays behind him as well. We know that, and we got to help our guys out when they're not going to throw the ball. They're not going to be on point every inning all year long. We know that. So all that put together, I think it was just an uncharacteristically difficult inning for him. He ended up going back out there again. I was watching from the weight room TV, but seemed to have a decent inning, to close up the outing. So hopefully we just put that away, and he can think about, talk about, figure out what went on. But I think he's going to be fine.
Is there anything you and Pete were seeing before you left with Sonny's release or anything like that?
No, I haven't talked to Pete about anything. In those innings, I mean, sometimes you got to let your pitchers, especially your veteran pitchers, kind of work through some of those innings. They're going to happen from time to time. Sometimes I'm not going to say this was part of any sort of master plan, but giving your guy a break too, and trying to find ways to slow the outing down, I think that makes sense to do when guys aren't really feeling. We do that with all of our guys. So did it a little bit with Sonny right there, going on the field and discussing the play with the umpire, and that's also a way to kind of slow the game down for your guy too. I don't know if it helped at all, but it's something that you can do from time to time when it makes sense.
It was a 39-pitch inning, too. I was a little surprised that he went back out there. Is that just more Sonny being a veteran and giving him that leeway?
Well, that's part of it, yeah. There would be situations and probably other guys that maybe you're not going to let them go back out and pitch. And if there was anything specific and a reason why to, a real reason why to take him out, except for the fact that he just didn't throw, the ball the way he wanted to, and the fact that he threw 39 pitches. If there was more besides that, he'd be out of the game, and that would make sense. But there wasn't anything particular, that was going on, and he still had a few pitches to throw, and so he went out.